This is the way in which we start our trip to Dublin. We are looking the places that we are going to visit.
Okay, let's go Dublin. Let's go Dublin.
In Ireland, people speak English and Irish, and their currency is the euro. And now let's talk about its history.
This place is called Emerald Island because of its huge and amazing green landscapes. In the year 500 before Christ, the Celtic culture arrived to the Irish island and they were never conquered by the Romans. 1,000 years later, St. Patrick went to Ireland, implementing the Catholic religion, and the legend says that he pushed out the snake from the island, although there were never snakes in Ireland.
Later, in the 800 after Christ, the Vikings arrived to the island and they founded Dublin. After that, the Anglo-Romans went to Ireland, they conquered it and took part of the English crown. After this, when England ended with the Romans, they wanted to establish the Anglican religion, but the Irish people didn't want to, so they got angry with the Romans. And during 700 years, they tried to get out of the British domination. Finally, Ireland achieved the independence in 1949, and they established the Irish Republic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dublin, Ireland.
Hello, we are ready. Arrived to
Dublin!
Yes,
But today is very wet, it's raining.
yes. We hope that the weather.
Comes better?
Yes.
Yes, I hope so.
Okay. Bye.
Bye! Look, Elena, we have arrived to Molly Mallon's statue. Look! There it is! What happens?
I don't like Cervantes.
I like Cervantes. Elena, you have to wear your glasses. Put it on.
Are you sure?
Yes, try.
Okay.
Let's see now. Yes.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
Yes, it's perfect.
Molly Mallon was a woman who used to work as a fishwife during the day and as a prostitute during the night. He used to go with a carriage shouting cackles and mussels, and in fact, there is a song about her. Nowadays, this song is the non-official anthem of Dublin, and you can hear it in the video.
Broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
We are in St. Patrick Cathedral.
Yes, there it is.
Yes.
It is really, really beautiful, and we
Yes.
are going to visit it inside right now.
Raquel,
What?
do you know who was St. Patrick?
No, who was he?
St. Patrick was a really important bishop here in Ireland, but nowadays it is the patron of the island.
Ah, that's why people from Ireland celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
And he was kidnapped by the pirates.
Ah.
And when he got his freedom, he decided to return here to this place and implement the Catholic religion.
Ah, and people agree with that?
No, he had a lot of trouble with this.
Ah, okay. And Elena, look what I have bought.
Oh,
It is a leprechaun,
It is
look.
very beautiful.
It is really beautiful.
Raquel, but I don't understand anything. I don't know the connection between St. Patrick and the leprechauns.
Ah, okay, I'll tell you. So when St.
Please.
Patrick decided to establish the Catholic religion in Ireland, people disagree with that. So people from Ireland invoked a group of leprechauns to make the life impossible to St. Patrick and the new Catholic people. And it has also a shamrock with him because St. Patrick used it to explain the Trinity.
Ah, it is very interesting.
Yes.
Raquel, can you take me a photo with the cathedral?
Yes, of course. And you with the leprechaun?
Okay, yes.
Perfect. Let's go.
It is the biggest church of Ireland and it was built next to a well where St. Patrick baptized the converts. In 1370 there was a fire and the tower needed to be rebuilt. After many fires, desecrations and drops, the cathedral was restored thanks to a donation of Sir Benjamin Guinness from 1860. Moreover, it has a Gothic style as many churches around the world, like in Spain, France or Italy.
Raquel, this is the spire!
Wow, but I think it's quite far, no?
Yes, it is. But we can go there and visit it more closely.
Okay, perfect. Let's go.
As in Ireland it's very typical to drink a lot of beer, they build the spire to use it to orientate oneself when going back home after being drinking. Moreover, there is another legend which says that it's a symbol against the English people that represents the fight for the independence.
There's a busker playing on the street, watching all the people meet. The boys and girls are back.
Hello! We are now in Temple Bar and we are going to go to an Irish pub. It's here.
Yes, we are so tired because we were all the day walking.
Walking and doing tourists, visiting a lot of places.
And we need to try the Irish beer.
The Irish beer, so
Let's go.
let's go!
Box the fiddle and guitar. Let's have a good old night.
Temple Bar is one of the oldest hoods in Dublin, and it is the biggest cultural and leisure place in the city. It is in Dame Street, and there was a moment in which this place was completely abandoned, and only the artists stayed there. Since 1991, it started to be a prosperous place when Dublin was established as the cultural European capital. Nowadays, Temple Bar it is full of bars and pubs typical from Ireland, and you can find pubs like this in Madrid, for example.
Guitar. Let's have a good old night at Temple Bar.
Helen, did you see yesterday the girls dancing in the Irish pub?
Yes, I'm so sad because I want to learn to dance like this.
Yes, me too. Why don't we go to a class in which we can learn how to dance Irish dancing?
But Raquel, you are crazy. Today we have to go home.
No, but I think we have enough time.
Okay, let's try it.
And we are going to teach you the Irish reel for St. Patrick's Day. All right? Start with our arms down, point our toes, and it goes point, put it in back, point, put it in back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Point, put it in back, point, put it in back. Knee, step, spin, and point in back. Good. Let's try a little bit faster now. Ready? Point your toes. 1, 2, here we go. Point in back. Point in back, knee 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Point in back, knee step in, point hop back. All right, let's try a little bit faster. Good job. Now you're ready for St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day!
Hello! We are in Alcalá.
I'm very sad. I want to go back to Dublin.
Yes, me too. And also, it is raining.
What happened here in Alcalá? It's also raining.
Yes, we are very sad. But
Awful.
means that here in Alcalá we have a lot of bars like Intemper Bar.
Yes, it's true. We have Irish pubs here.
Yes.
And you touched the Molly Malon's tent, so you will go back.
Yes, and Raquel, I have a very bad news for you.
What happened?
That you don't have nearly photos in.
It's true. I only have one picture with the leprechaun.
Yes, I'm so sorry about that.
Well, we have to go back.
Yes, and also remember, we see the party in Murcia.
Yes, it's true. That there in Murcia, they also celebrate St. Patrick.
Yes, so maybe we can go there and remember our trip.
Perfect.
Yoo-hoo!
Perfect.